Hello my beautiful friends, happy Friday. Well, when you're watching this, it's probably actually Tuesday when you're watching this, so happy Tuesday to all of you if you're watching this on the day this is live, or happy whatever day it is. If you're coming back to the channel, welcome. Definitely be sure to throw me a like, subscribe if you want to see more. If this is your first video you're watching, then truly welcome. It is Friday and it's that time in between Christmas and New Year's, which I'm sure you know, where it's like this weird time that a lot of people have time off, a lot of people don't, a lot of people are still working. It's like the new year hasn't started, so it's not like we're in this like action mode. We're kind of like in this kind of like reflective state. I know it's kind of a weird state, right? It's like almost like right when something ends but something hasn't begun, it's right that place. And it's actually kind of beautiful because it's kind of like still reflective space. It's been really nice just to kind of have this like in-between time where it's not like it's not like forced productivity and it's not like you're doing nothing. It's just kind of this like reflective, slower paced time. And I've been loving it. I've just been working, I've been editing and preparing stuff. My 3-month money mastermind starting so soon. When you're watching this, it's starting I think in literally like less than 2 weeks. It's starting on January 15th on Sunday. So if you haven't joined, well, just in general, if you've wanted to work with me, maybe if a lot of you who are watching maybe have worked with me, maybe some of you guys are in divinity, maybe some of you have worked one-to-one privately with me. But if you're wanting to experience my work in 2023, I really invite you inside this mastermind group. What it is 3 months long and it is going to be so transformative. It's going to, okay, so I need to like sit down for this because this is a really important conversation to have. Let me get like a little stand because I just think it's something I really want to talk about. Yes, let's do this right here. Let's have a little coffee and chat. My husband made me a coffee. He makes the best coffee. Like when he makes it, it tastes like it's from a coffee shop. When I make it, it's good. But when he makes it, it's just like out of this world. Okay, come on, Coco. All of you guys ask about Coco. Coco's here. Coco's very funny bunny girl. Okay, it's very low, but I'll lean back. So this, I just really want to share about this because I think it's like I want to sit in a casual environment and kind of share. So like I said, I'm running my 3-month money mastermind. It's called Let's Get You Rich. And something the really big difference in this money course compared to anything else are the energetics behind it. So let me explain, right? So a lot of money courses, essentially what they do is they just hype you up, get you excited, kind of like the Tony Robbins method, which I love Tony Robbins, honestly. Like I haven't gotten any of his stuff, but I've read some of his books and he has a lot of great information. He's clearly helped millions of people, so nothing against him, but I think that's more of this like more masculine method where it's essentially like, come on, you can do it, you deserve it, like come on, like think about how much you want it, go for it, like that kind of vibe. And that, I think, yes, it has its place, but I just think that us as women, as I've spoken about a lot, and if you listen to my podcast about, it's called like Modern Feminine's BS, I talk about this more. A lot of women, like that's not the approach that's gonna work for women anymore, right? We're realizing and waking up that this like whole girl boss hyper independence era that we've been sold isn't fulfilling and isn't what people truly want. I think that when there's any kind of movement, we swing to extremes, right? So because in the past maybe women were a little bit repressed, right, then it swung the pendulum. Instead of coming to like a balance, the pendulum swung to this extreme of like hyper independence, hyper sexualization, like, oh, I'm a feminist, like I can fuck who I want, when I want, pay for stuff, ask someone to marry me, like, and it's just the energy of that is so trauma filled. Like it's not an organic expression of femininity, it's like a trauma response to other situations that have occurred. And so the pendulum swung that way, right, with the whole girl boss era. And now we're really seeing this whole like soft girl era blow up, right? And it's because people are realizing like, whoa, so many of these ideals that I've been sold are literally like lies and don't serve me in any way. And so, and the same I feel like happens in the coaching industry, like I was saying. So for me, I love working with women around money. I know money is a very uncomfortable topic and it brings up a lot of triggering things. Like that's the first thing that I want to acknowledge because it's so deeply ingrained in our lives and we cannot ignore that. Like I think some people get uncomfortable and they want to ignore that. We use money every single day. You're watching this video right now, like on your phone or your laptop, that like we are using it all the time. So to ignore it, I know, so it's only a temporary and I wouldn't even say solution, but a temporary kind of thing. Like, it's very important to work with money, to heal a relationship, and to create a really thriving relationship with it, because it's going to support you in so many ways in your life. And I don't mean that by, oh, you'll be able to get what you want when you want, even though, okay, that may be one of the benefits, like freedom, but I think that the deeper benefit is freedom in all aspects: freedom of your friendships, freedom of your time, freedom of your energy, freedom to add value in the ways that you want. Like, it's much, much deeper. I think it takes like some sort of, I guess, like spiritual awakening, but growth in an individual to really understand like the value aside from just being able to have pleasures, which I think is beautiful as well, right? Like, I love luxury items, like, I'm not gonna lie, but I also love the greater freedoms of like time, energy, and all of those kinds of things. And essentially, like I was saying, the old paradigm of like coaching, I feel like was very much focused on this like hyping someone up kind of mentality, and like getting someone excited and then kind of holding them accountable. That was kind of like the method, right? It was like, let's get you excited, let's get you going, and then like hold someone accountable to take actions. That's, again, that paradigm just is beginning to fall away, because it's not going to create true lasting change. True lasting change happens when we create change within ourselves, right? And especially with topics that are more like deeply rooted, we have a lot of different beliefs and stories and experiences around them. They're very much in our body, right? I speak about this a lot in my courses, but your body is a physical manifestation of your subconscious, right? So your body's like holding all of your life story and life experience all within you. So you can only do so much temporarily with your mind by overriding your body and like hyping yourself up to do things. It's going to be like this constant push and pull feeling. Like, you might feel this when like your body wants to stay home or doesn't want to go somewhere, and sure, you can mentally get yourself ready and force yourself to go, but it doesn't feel like you're living in harmony. And this is what I feel like a lot of other courses or programs that teach about money do. They just try to like kind of like make you push and force like yourself, when the real, I feel like a much more deeper, more beneficial perhaps way is to begin to do work on the body, right? So begin to heal the nervous system and get you to a state where you feel ease, where you feel relaxation, where you feel like spaciousness and abundance in your body, and then from that space create. It's equivalent of like someone giving, like, let's say someone wants to go out in the world and they want to date, but they have a lot of personal things that they haven't worked on, right? Maybe their attachment styles, maybe projections, maybe even what they want, maybe values, maybe self-respect, maybe self-love, right? All these topics, and they haven't worked on them, and what they do is they just throw themselves in the dating world, right? They hype themselves up and they just keep going on dates. It's like, you can take all the action that you want, but until you do the inner work, what you're seeing on the outside is only going to be a reflection of the state that you're in, right? So you can go on 100 dates by forcing yourself out, but until you do that deep inner work, the chances of you finding that really healthy organic match are going to be lower, because you haven't become the person that other person's going to want to date yet, if that makes sense. Not that you're trying to become who you want to become for someone else to like you in any way, but it's a different version of you. Like, for me, the version of myself today, it was so different than the version of myself, for example, 7 years ago. Like, a completely different person to honestly even like a year ago. And I think that that's just like, and I think of course you grow within relationships, but I'm trying to give an example of how like that approach of not doing the inner work and instead just taking massive action doesn't lead to that long-term success, because you can only try to like hype yourself up or mentally override your body's intuition for so long. That's why inside Let's Get You Rich, the work we're going to be doing is really about healing all those emotions in the body and getting you to a space where you feel ease in your body, where you feel safety in your body, where you feel security. And we'll do a lot of different work around, of course, reprogramming, working on subconscious beliefs, working on experiences, integrating experiences in the body, releasing experiences in the body, ultimately to get you to space, like I said, of ease, clarity, confidence, and abundance in the body, so that you create from that space. If you have a bunch of fear and stress in your body and you're creating with that energy, the results are going to be a little bit lackluster, right? Than if you're creating from a space of wholeness already. Because it's like when you're creating from that feeling of safety already in your body, you're radiating that energy, and it's a match to those things that you want to create, especially money, right? So if you're feeling whole and abundant and you're creating from that space, you are a magnet to money. And so through this course, you're going to transform and shift your relationship to money, and most likely make a lot more money than you ever have before. But that's only one of the benefits. I think, of course, that's it's the focus. That's why I call it a money mastermind. But the peace, the ease, the joy, the fulfillment, the connection that you're gonna experience in and with your life, just like this very fluid connection and dance with life that you're gonna experience, is going to be so much more valuable, which is the ironic part, because of course I know that most people are joining because they want to make a lot of money and they want to really integrate things in their body. They don't just want to temporarily hype themselves up and force themselves into action, and I don't want that for you either. I want to create long-lasting change. That's what I aim for in all my courses, right? Isn't just like a temporarily hype up session. Although maybe at times there is a time and place for that too, but especially with this mastermind, I really am creating something that's going to create long-lasting change. That after the course, after the mastermind, you leave changed, like you leave integrated. You're from then moving from that space of ease and abundance. You're moving from that space of safety, and that energy is like kind of melting in all areas of your life, not just in money. Even though that's going to be, of course, a huge benefit, because it's going to provide you, I'm sure, as you know, so much freedom. Perhaps like it's going to allow you to live your life on your terms and experience or do things that you've always wanted, or to have ease and peace of mind that you've always wanted. There we have hundreds of reasons, right? So I'm just really excited to run this course, and it's going to start so soon. It's going to be, like I said, it's 3 months long, and we meet every 2 weeks on Sundays at 1 p.m. Pacific. I also want to stress that it is okay if you cannot come live. I love a lot of people who join from all over the world. I have people who they're in their time zones join at like 2 a.m. and things like that. People from all over, and people who don't even come to the live courses at all. It's completely fine. Of course, I would love for you to come live each week, but if you can't come live, whether it's once or at all, they get uploaded right away after the session. So like literally it ends and it's uploaded into your folder, which you'll have access to when you join, and you can watch them at any point, and you can refer back to them at any point. So even if you do come live and you liked a meditation we did, or you liked an exercise we did, or you liked a practice we did, you have these videos to keep. A lot of people, when they create courses, you only have access for a little bit and then it's removed. I let you keep my courses so that you're able to go back to them, and maybe in a few months you want to redo a practice, or you really enjoyed it and you want to like refresh yourself, right? Like I want you to have access to that. I also work privately with you. Each month we have an hour private session together, and then additionally we have a Telegram group chat with everyone inside, which is actually one of the most valuable parts of it in my opinion, because you literally just have this loving, supportive community of everyone who's on the same page as you, wanting the same things as you, and like dedicated to creating that in their lives. It's so beautiful. And then you get access to my monthly membership, where we have new moon and full moon rituals and all that stuff called divinity. So you get access to that as well, which is really powerful. And this is why I'm saying, if you've never experienced my work, or you've just come to a ceremony here and there, you've just come to a class here and there, you've come to a master class, or you've just taken a few things here and there, this is like, I really suggest taking this, because a mastermind is such an immersive way to work with me, where you're getting like not only 3 months of being inside the space, but that group support and that personalized support and access to everything inside Divinity. And all people are asking me who are already inside Divinity, once you join Let's Get You Rich, just email healwithp@gmail.com and we will pause your membership while you're inside, so you don't get double charged, because you get it for free when you're inside Let's Get You Rich for those 3 months. Even 4 months I might provide, because it ends in April 9th while you're inside. So I'm really excited about that. I would really love to have you inside. I'd love to work with you. I at the moment don't really, I very rarely have like one-to-one spots open, so it's really, I tell you, whenever I run a mastermind, I on purpose open up one-to-one spots, and I just am excited to support you. I work really closely with anyone who I've worked with. If you're watching this and we've ever worked together, you've taken a class, you've come to Divinity, you've taken a ceremony, like you've taken any of my work, leave me a comment down below what your experience was. I love to hear, because everyone who I had feedback from has had such amazing feedback. Knock on wood, knock on wood, knock on wood, knock on wood. But it's just like really exciting. And I would love to personally support you in 2023. It's literally what I love to do. Like going through so many transformative experiences in my own life, like literally feels like I've lived like 50 years in 25 years. I'm just honored to share all the things that I've learned and researched, and it's just, and integrated myself and learned myself, and really adding value and supporting you through this journey is something I love doing. So I'd love to have you inside. Also want to show you a little unboxing. I hinted to this in the previous vlog. So I was telling you that I go to a woman who I do like lymphatic facials. She's kind of far from where I live, so it's just like with traffic, but I really love her. But she uses wood therapy. It's a Brazilian therapy. It's called Madeira therapy or Madeira therapy. You can research it. They have body tools as well. I just know myself that I'm not going to use all the body tools on myself. I'd rather just go to her. She does it on stomach, on legs, and on arms. I've only gotten it on my stomach though. Next time I go, I'd want to get it on my legs 2. I want to do like stomach, legs, and maybe even like face. But she uses these tools on your face, and they're very similar to like wash off style tools. So I'm not saying that you like necessarily need these, but I just wanted to get the set so I could do it on my face. I don't know, I just really love it, and I love like the kind of history behind it. I think it's so fascinating. So there's 5 tools. This one is like a roller tool, so it's like this. I have makeup on right now, but essentially it's like this. You know, you roll it in different spots, and it helps contour, flush you out. Obviously I wouldn't do it with makeup on normally. Also, I have to check the keep it eye on the time because I'm teaching a session of Melt today. Melt is my online pole class. A lot of you probably joined. It's actually getting really popular, which I love. But it's usually on Wednesdays, but I moved it to today because I had really, like, my cramps were intense, but I just don't want to show up like feeling like that. I want to show up feeling as energized and ready as possible. So we have a new choreo. When you're watching this though, there'll be a new class tomorrow, so January 4th that you're watching this. So if you're watching this and you want to come to my online pole class, definitely come. I'll have a ticket link down below. If you can't come live, most of my students don't come live. I'd say 80% of people don't come live, which is fine because you get to keep the class. Every week it's different. Every week it's a brand new sequence, brand new flow, new stuff every week. So you're always adding, growing, and evolving. It is low flow focus, sensual movement focus, technique focus. So it's not crazy stuff in the air. It's all levels. That's on purpose. So anyone from like beginner to super expert can come and always learn something new, connect with your body, and evolve in your pole practice. Even if you don't have a pole at home, you can still. If you come live, I offer modifications. Otherwise, it's of course all on the pole. I do recommend getting a pole. If you want to get into pole dancing, I recommend getting a pole. I know it's a big investment. Like the X pole is like $500 with everything pretty much. But once you have it, it's such an amazing pole. It's like kind of the industry standard, that and Loop It, which Loop It's even more, L-U-P-I-T. I'm not affiliated with either, but you can, and they have a welcome code on X pole, like 10% off. So definitely use, I think it's called like welcome 10. I'm pretty sure that's what the code is. So definitely use that to get your pole, and definitely grab your class if you have not already, because it's going to be really, really exciting. And if you miss the first 4 classes that I ran, actually been 5, but if you missed the previous ones, any of the previous ones, soon is going to be something released. If it's already released, I'll have a link down below, but I think it'll be out soon, where I'll have those available as like a package. But make sure you are coming consistently, because I get messages of people like, oh, I missed the one last week, can I buy? And I don't let you purchase them after the session. So if you know that you want that class because they're new every week, and you know you're not gonna be able to make a live, just grab a ticket. So most people do, so that you know you're getting that replay. So I just wanted to kind of little announce it, but I have to watch the time because I'm gonna go prepare and change. I already have the choreography ready, and it's bomb.com. All right, the next thing is this roller. It's another roller, but it has this kind of ridging, you know, a little. I also have the Zip facial tool, which is like the nano currency. I also have the other one. I have both those devices. I don't know, the other one's like in the garage or something, but I really do like the Zip tool, but I have to be consistent with it. So this, then we have this tool, which I love, but there's a specific way to do it, like where you have to kind of like suction and pull. I can't do it on my face, I have makeup on, but it's like it's kind of, you need to have like oil on it, oil on the face, but you suction and pull. And I love this tool, and she's doing it on my face. I loved it. I think she's doing it on my body. I loved it. I don't remember, she was using a bigger version. No, yeah, it was on my body, and I loved it. It's like a little suction cupping tool. This one looks like this. It looks kind of like a wishbone, and honestly I'm just guessing, but I'm assuming that it's like something like this, right? Because it's face, so it would make sense, like drain the eyes in here. And then this one reminds me of a gua sha. Obviously it's very thick. Same thing, a paddle, and it has like a ridge side. I feel like that's probably for under the eyes. That's how I would use it. I would use it like, I'm gonna use it like this. I mean, I guess you could even do it like that. You can use all sides of it, but I feel like I would use it, yeah, I feel like I'm gonna use it like this, and then under the eyes. I should do like a before and after, like I should use it for 30 days and take pictures. So I'm gonna do that. Actually, I'm gonna take a picture and use it for 30 days. But then I feel like, I guess I can't use my Zip tool during the time because that would nix the results. But yeah, it comes with 5. I got it on Etsy. I can link it down below if you want this set as well. I think there's like 4 more available from the woman who's a seller. I think she has other tools too. So I'll link this down below if you're interested in getting it yourself. It came so fast as well. My little wood therapy. So I'm really, really excited. I'm going to go get changed, run through the choreography one more time before we run the class. I'm really, really excited to run the class. I love teaching choreography, and I love wearing heels and dancing. Heels are optional for these classes. A lot of people come wear them because it's fun, but you don't have to, of course. And yeah, I just wanted to share all those things. This is like a little cozy conversation that we had. I just kind of wanted to give all the updates, kind of 2023, what's ahead. And yeah, everything I speak about I'll have linked down below, and I'll have all the info about the mastermind linked down below. You can read all about it. I spend a lot of time on the website on purpose to really like writing everything out thoroughly. So cheers.